We return you now to the starlight terrace of the Hotel Gloria in Scranton, to the singing strings of Laszlo Gabor and his melodians.
On the radio, I got my first job from Paul Stewart. We were lucky enough to have him join us later in the Mercury. Paul was a real capo mafia, a Martian kid.
The War of the Worlds was before World War II, before television. And the great days. Maybe that's what made it all possible.
Correction from Mars. Sorry, folks, that's what I forgot to say. They are Martians.
Show us up. Half the population got the screaming GBs just because they couldn't see how silly it all looked.
Well, we said that the Martians were releasing a noxious gas across the Jersey meadows that was drifting towards New York, so people took to the hills.
I met a welfare worker years later who told me he spent weeks trying to woo some of the refugees back to civilization.
The entire state of New Jersey is now cordoned off. State highways and... Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a special news flash from Washington. Any moment now, President Roosevelt will be receiving a delegation from Mars. From Mars, these talks are expected.
A woman, you just have to believe this, rushed into a police station out in San Francisco with her clothes in tatters to report that she'd been repeatedly attacked by Martians. She tried to take poison for the shame of it, and they stopped her just in time. Were they the green men or what? I can't describe it, she said. It's hell. Somebody down in South America did an imitation of that broadcast. And he ended up in prison with it. So I shouldn't complain. Yeah. I didn't go to jail. I went to Hollywood.
At the beginning of all this, I did make you a promise.
Remember? I did promise. That for 1 hour, I'd tell you the truth. That hour, ladies and gentlemen, is over. For the past 17 minutes, I've been lying my head off. The truth, please forgive us for it, is that we've been forging an art story.
As a charlatan, of course, my job was to try to make it real. Not that reality has anything to do with it. Reality? It's the toothbrush waiting at home for you in its glass. A bus ticket. A paycheck. Grave.
In the right mood, perhaps Elmia has just as few regrets as I have to have been a charlatan. But we're not so proud, either of us, as to lay any superior claim to being very much worse than the rest of you.
No, what we professional liars hope to serve is truth. I'm afraid the pompous word for that is art. Picasso himself said it. Art, he said, is a lie. A lie that makes us realize the truth. Goya's grandfather, floating here in the air, has no comment, which isn't surprising because he never existed.
For the memory of that great man who will never cease to exist, I offer my apologies. And wish you all true and false.
Very pleasant. Good evening.